Role of institution in educational change with structural functional orientations. Appendix 3. Structural functional theory. Based on the Edfd 221 Social Cultural Foundations of Education book by Abuso et al., the structural functional or SF theory bolsters adaptive change in a society of inequality. The talented and highly motivated deserve entry to financial and material resources and intrinsic and extrinsic rewards since society benefits from their qualities. To build up the survival and affluence of the meritocratic society, the role of education, with an interaction with its stakeholders, revolves around reforms for the betterment of the society. Appendix 4. Case Study School. School background. Instituted on May 3, 1918, University of the Philippines Cebu High School is a laboratory school for graduate students and a feeder for University of the Philippines Cebu College. During the academic year of 1990 to 1991, UP Cebu High School adopted the democratized access for students due to financial constraints. Only elementary students with an average grade of 85% or better in math, science, English or reading, civics or social studies, and Filipino subjects coming from a family whose gross annual income is 150 pesos or less may apply. Special Science Curriculum. Proponent. Professional Education Division, UP Cebu College. The Special Science program was adopted from UP High School Iloilo in school year 2001 to 2002 in response to the demand for technology and science-based curriculum due to rapid technological advancements. The curriculum has an average of 34 hours of classes per week. Appendix 5. Role of institution in educational change with structural functional orientations. SF theory and education. The SF theory purports that an educational institution is a venue for students to develop their potential to gain as much knowledge as they can, which will ultimately contribute to the society's success in the long run. Educational systems will educate the brightest individuals and maximize their abilities and critical thinking skills so they can attain the role of positive contributors to the community. The special science curriculum, enriched with additional units in science and mathematics, is a solid base for a progressive nation. Edfd has been implementing this curriculum in an effort to start a new wave of Filipino scientists, since recent reports dictated only 125 scientists and engineers per million population are engaged in research and development in the Philippines. Profile of the school and its faculty members. Circa 2002, UP Cebu High School has opened an arena for students to be exposed to research and development endeavors, to be equipped with scientific and technological knowledge and skills, and to be instilled with positive principles. Being a laboratory school, it is UP Cebu High School's vision to uphold academic excellence, leadership, and service. The school has participated in science clubs, eco tours, SciTech Weeks, Science Fun Caravan, film showing, academic competitions, science camps, science contests, scientific experiments, and investigatory assignments in the hopes that they will arouse that scientific curiosity among its students and motivate scientific literacy so they can become future leaders pursuing careers in science and technology and engineering. They have cemented the bridge between education and everyday life. Because of its democratized access, minimalism in all aspects is preferred, but the lack of resources does not hinder schooling. They get their support from UP Cebu College, the government, alumni, and Edfd. They understand their limitations in educational materials, so they encourage the students to do more research and improvise resources. One example is the study of bacterial culture. Since the school cannot afford to buy a laboratory kit, the teacher prepares slides of bacteria instead, or photos. Another example is of a science project that the students were recently involved in. During their SciTech Week, the students were tasked to create an ensemble of recycled materials that represent an endangered species. They were encouraged to join their acoustics, an opportunity for students to display their talents of singing and song composition while adhering to this year's theme. The teachers consider themselves as a second parent who regularly communicates with the students' biological parents and documents happenings and progress reports. The faculty members of the school provided a consultation period of 10 hours per week, entailing an intensive coaching with the students geared on developing their competencies. In addition, they not only concern themselves with the students' academic status, but also of their well-being. The theory of science is dynamic, in which its facts and truths are always changing. Teachers attend workshops and seminars and update themselves with current technologies from the web. They are committed to stimulate their students in understanding topics and are sensitive with regard to differing learning styles. They also encourage independent learning. They have the mentality to develop their students both in intellectual and life skills so they can be ready for college. Monitoring the effectiveness of the special science curriculum is based from the students' score in National Achievement Test, NCAE, UPCAT, performance in inter-school competitions, and academic grades. At the end of each school year, the school administration and faculty members review the syllabus and discuss in which areas they can strengthen the curriculum. With regard to their peers, the faculty members of UP Cebu High School respect one another, acknowledge their superiors, and understand their administrative structure. They help each other by providing in-service trainings. Units of master's degree is required for all teachers.